What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation, and welcome back down to Culver Park Farm on what is a lovely sunny evening here. I was going to just go in and have my dinner and call it a night, but then I got a phone call from my wool merchant, and they say they've got a really good deal on at the moment for selling wool, really good price, and if I had any spare I should bring it on down. So we've loaded up the little trailer here with some extra pallets of wool. We're going to jump into the Massey and we're going to head on down and sell this. And so if we have a quick look, we'll go into prices. You can see here down, it is now £9,500 for, I presume that is 1,000 litres of wool. So that is pretty impressive. And it's something that I am in no way going to turn down. So I'm gonna, we're in the Massey, like I say, we're gonna head on out. Got my beacons on, got my load strapped down nicely behind us. So we're just gonna head on down to the store, we'll sell off this wool, and then we'll be able to call it a quit for the night. I am hoping to mow some silage tomorrow. However, if we have a quick look at our forecast here, it's not looking great tomorrow. So we're gonna have to see how this, how the rainfall actually comes down. See how heavy a shower it is, and if it's going to completely derail us. If it's a light shower in the morning, I still might be able to put it down. We've got some nice sunny and, more importantly, dry days for the rest of the week, so it'll be great to get the silage done this week, or at least started this week. But in the meantime, we are just going to take ourselves down. Ooh, that truck just gets past us there. We're going to head on down to the store, and we'll get this wool all sewed up. So I hope you are all doing very well. Nice to be back on Culver for the new year. It's been a while. Do let me know what you've been up to of late, and if indeed you are on Culver as well. There's quite a few people who are returning to Culver Park Farm now and again. It is one of those great maps that you can always just keep coming back to. It's one of the classics, even with the West Coast or the impending Oakfield release. I'll always still keep coming back to Culver now and again, just because it's the map that I really do enjoy. But with that in mind, do let me know if you're getting up to anything. All of our, we have been busy over the last couple of days. I've got everything prepped for silage now. The new Lely forager is in the sheds, all greased up, ready to go. I got the silage sides put onto the grain trailers, so they're all prepped and ready. Can't see out that pillar there, but we're going to go for it. Yeah, so the silage trailer is now ready to go. So all we're really banking on now is a little bit of nice weather, which I thought we were going to get actually. I thought we were going to be okay for the next few days, but tomorrow's going to throw a little curveball in there. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm currently debating whether or not I should. At the moment, I was going to plan to put the 77 or 7810 John Deere onto the forager, but because of its speed, I might put the T-Dub on there instead. It's got sufficient power to tow the thing and actually power up the chopper, but I'd rather probably put it onto there than have that on one of the silage trailers. I think that makes a little bit more sense. So we'll look into that when we get back as well. Okay, let's just pull ourselves into here. Come on. There you go. Okay, let's see where we're selling this wool off today. There we go. So I'm just going to have to back us into here. Swing round. So like I say, it was £9,500. I believe that's per litre, so we should be able to make quite a windfall here. You can see our money is flying up there, and I can't see any wool disappearing yet, so that's good news. Now I have also increased or implemented a new mod that I found on Mod Hub today. For those of you that don't know, because we are at in the new year now, the Giants testing staff have returned into the office. There's quite a lot of mods coming on now, which is great. One of which I've used is a tax mod. Not the most exciting. A little bit surprised that I'm actually implementing this, but what I will do is at the end of each working day, when the clocks kind of change, move forward to the next day, as you know, at midnight we will often receive any deductions or income in revenues or profits or anything that's been sold, milk sales for example, and it will tax us on that. which is very realistic, and so I thought it's definitely something I want to bring in here. So with that in mind, we're going to be taxed on our wool probably. So what I might look to do is spend some of this money before the taxman takes it. Really, nobody wants the taxman to take all the money, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But for now, we're just going to head on back up to the yard. We made about £50,000 there off 3 pallets of wool, so that is pretty darn good. So for now, I'm just going to drive back on up to the yard. We're going to park up, and then I'll catch up with you when we're there. Okay, everyone, that was just a quick little drive over there. Nothing really happened. The roads are quite quiet this time of night, so it's nice and easy. We're just going to park this trailer back up in the corner of the yard out of the way. Let's get out here. Disconnect the trailer and all of its pipes. And for now, we'll park up the Massey. I don't think we're going to need this again this evening. So we'll just loop this into... we'll leave it here because we're going to probably need it on the silage feeder at some point tomorrow. That'll do me. Lovely stuff. So what we're going to do right now, as I was mentioning, the weather is not fantastic for tomorrow, but we are going to call it a night, and then we'll come back tomorrow, see how the weather's playing, and see just when we'll be able to actually start mowing some silage down. So I'll come back and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Okie dokie, good morning everybody, welcome back. So I'm a little bit hesitant as to what to do here. Right now we are just seeing some... It's bright blue skies right now. However, I am aware that at some point today, as you can see, the weather is still showing that we're going to get some rain, and I'm probably just going to hold off from any kind of mowing right now, just because I don't want to... I don't have to leave the crop down on the floor any longer and ruin the quality of the silage by making it, by soaking it really. So if it's going to rain, it might as well rain while the crop's still standing, and then we'll knock it down once it's dried after that. So I think we'll have a look around the yard, see what we need to do in terms of any new jobs. I had to just go and run a few quick errands this morning in town, so we're back. Back up to the yard. A lot of traffic around this morning. Everyone's on the way to work, I think. We'll just park this up, and then we'll see what we need to do. I fed the cattle up last night, as I always do, so they may well... You just stop there. They may well need a little bit more food, but let's have a look, see how they're faring up. Oh, the sheep need some water, and the... Oh no, the cattle could do with a little bit of water as well, and then they're all... Yeah, so I think we're probably going to have to give the cattle a little bit of water and some silage, and then the sheep definitely need some water. So, water is the first aim of the game. We'll get this done, and then we haven't got a lot left to do at the moment because we're just kind of hanging on waiting for the weather to change. So I'm going to feed these guys up here, and then I am aware that we just fed them up yesterday actually, on the last live video. So I might just do this off camera here, and then we'll see how the weather's holding up, and I'll come back to you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are mowing. Unsurprisingly, or quite surprisingly actually, we are able to get a good start today. It did rain, as it was forecast to. It barely rained here, to be honest. I think we may have got a couple of millimeters here. And the rest of it was kind of a bit further south from us, kind of in the valley a little bit more. So we've done really well in that respect. What that means is that we're able to get a bit of a start with the mowing here today. We've done the little paddock on the other side of the road. That's always like kind of a test really, just to make sure that the machines are all firing as they should be. It's only a couple of acres, so it doesn't take too long to do, but it's nice to get everything warmed up really before we get into the bigger ground. And so we're now moving into this field here. We've just gone around one headland. We're just starting on the next one. Shouldn't take us too long to complete this either. It's a nice square field. Once we get these headlands taken off, we're able to do some nice quick clear runs. But I'm very impressed with how we're going through it so far. There's a bit more grass here than actually the field would suggest. There looks to be a lot more on the ground than in the swaths that there is on the ground when it's standing actually. So that's good news. We'll have to get it all raked up, but that's not a problem at all. But yeah, ultimately, we're in for quite a dry rest of the day now, so there's a bit of a breeze knocking around as well, which will only help to dry out the swaths. And all being well, we should be able to, it's Monday today, We've got a nice, dry-ish day tomorrow. We should be able to come in and get some more, depending upon how long this wind stays for. We'll either come in and try and lift this tomorrow afternoon, or we'll leave it and just come in on Wednesday morning to pick it up where it's supposed to be really dry. So either or, though, we're looking good. We've got a good week of sunshine ahead of us, so we've got plenty of time, plenty of good conditions to go at. And all that's left to do right now really is continue mowing. We've got quite a few fields to mow, so we'll keep cracking really at it. The best thing we can do. Just swinging around here. Forward. It takes a little bit to go and we get stuck on the hill here. So we're going to do 6 headlands. Once we've got these 6 headlands done, we'll just start doing the lengths, and that shouldn't take too long at all to get through really. But right now, with just this little hill, with working both the front and the back PTO here, this tractor does start to struggle a little bit. But we'll get there. When it actually gets going, it does fly through. So we have officially begun silage. I guess technically this could be silage 2018. And around we go. Lovely. You can see now that it's clearing up. There's a few grey clouds in the sky. That one's moving beyond us, so it shouldn't affect us anymore. But we were able to, luckily, like I say, luckily dodge most of that shower. Okay, so we'll just tide this up here. Square this edge off, and then we'll get cracking with some lengths here. Stuff. So we just got the GPS set up here, so we can actually get some nice and true runs going, and it seems like we're all good to go. What I'm going to do at this stage is just get this field wrapped out, and then we'll take the headlands off on the next field as well, I do believe. So we're going to run up a little bit of a time lapse here, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay everyone, welcome back inside the cab. We're just going to get this all finished off here. There's not a great deal left to go, so we'll just get this done ourselves. Make sure we get it all covered. We had to square off a little bit because of the GPS there, so we just need to take off these last few little shorts. But we've got everything knocked down, so we're making some good progress here. And it is still nice and early in the day, so we should be able to get at least one more field done close to the yard there, and then we'll be all up and ready to go. So far, the yield seems to be very good. It's coming off very well. I'm very happy with that. This is all going into pit silage, as you well know. We may do some baled silage as well, just to make to give us a little bit extra stock, really. That'll be on our second cut, though. We'll probably just take the headlands off our second cut, and when we're cutting our hay fields, we'll just turn that into baled silage. But at the moment, no, we don't need to think about that too much. We're just gonna get everything folded up here. Typically we like to make it in the region of about, we'll do about 100 acres of first cut. Second cut silage when the time comes, depending upon the conditions and how much we actually get off the first cut, we may take about another 50 acres, give or take. We are looking on down at Chantry here to increase our stock numbers. Our head of cattle would like to see that increased, and in terms of that as well, we'd like to increase our number of sheep. So we always kind of just wait to see what's happening. So with that in mind, to kind of safeguard us moving forward, we might make a few more bales of silage, just so we have additional stock, and we find it always a lot easier to sell bales of silage rather than pit silage. So we'll, worst case scenario, if we have overstocked, then we can always just resell it. Now what I'm actually going to do here is not take on this field just yet. We are going to go back up the road, but what I will show you for now whilst we're down here, just a quick one to go. As you can see there, the two silage trailers are ready to go in the foreground, and I put the Mighty T-Dub onto the forage harvester, so it's all ready to go there. We are going to keep it on there and see how it handles it, just because we don't have a very high, I think it's only got a 30k gearbox inside there, so it's a little bit slow. And as we start to lead off silage from a little bit farther afield there, we'd like to have the slightly faster tractors on the trailers there. But other than that, everything is ready to go there. We've got some more wool nearly ready to go as well. But yeah, for now we're going to go and jump back into the John Deere, make sure the gate's open. Look at it standing there all proud in the sunshine. What a great tractor. Pop open this gate, it's already open. Great stuff. And here we go. At this stage, I think what I am looking to do at the moment as well, the class mower on the back, I like the front mower, the class mower on the back at the moment, just it spreads the swath out a little bit. When we come to start mowing here, I'll show you what I mean by that. The front mower actually swaths and is available straight to pick up. The rear mower typically would need to be swathed as well. So with that in mind, what I might look to do here is at some point in the not too distant future actually replace out the rear mower. And now I have one in mind that's coming very shortly, another fantastic model by CD Models, which I believe is in the testing pipeline very soon. So with that in mind, we would look to swap it out to that and give us still have the same working width, but just have a slightly different mower on the rear. Because this one, as you can see here at the moment, the front mower does swath it up and leave it nice tight swath, whereas the rear mower does kind of spread it out a little bit more. Now usually that's with the aid for drying, which doesn't really matter a great deal for us with this first cut silage. It's going to wilt a little bit in the swath, but we're only leaving it down for best part of kind of a day really, so it's not going to matter too much in that respect. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see when that arrives and see what else gets uploaded and see what else takes my fancy really. But yeah, that's something that we will be looking to potentially change out in the near future. Financially, we're doing very well at the moment. We do have about £200,000 in the bank, so I think the logical solution would be to invest some of that into our livestock first and foremost, so we can see some returns on that through milk or wool. We do have a livestock trailer down at the store at the moment, which we need to pick up, and then we might go straight around the corner to the auction in the next few days and see if we can bump up our stock a little bit. That's always good for us to do. If you do have any other suggestions of anything you'd like to see, then please do feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see. If there's any new machines out there you'd like us to see implement here on Cobra, I'd be happy to take a look at them. And we'll see what we can do for you. Yeah, we're climbing. It's a little bit slow going, but we are climbing. So we've just got around once already. We're just about to start taking off our next headland here. A little bit tight on room at the moment, but we'll soon get that changed as we slowly work our way inside the field. Do keep an eye in the future, just a little bit of channel information for you guys. I am looking to change my schedule around soon. I know I've been saying this for a few days now, but now we're kind of back to normal and kind of normal working patterns following on from the holidays. I will be looking to bring out a schedule soon. I'm just trying to finalize it to make sure it all works. There's going to be a new series coming soon with the release of Oakfield. I've got a new series in mind for that. Similar sort of vein as the Classic Farmer series. If you have not seen the Classic Farmer series yet on Dusty Cove, I'll put a link in the top corner kind of now, and we'll get linked into that. And by all means, that'd be great if you could have a look at that one. But it's going to be in a similar sort of vein, but it will be slightly more modern, let's say that much. But yeah, do keep an eye out for that one. As soon as we get a release of Oakfield to the masses, then we'll see what we can do. But for now, what I am going to do is just call it a day there. I am going to continue mowing this field down here. We'll try and get all of this done where possible. And then once we have this all in the bag, we'll be able to crack on with some lifting of silage. It's about time. We've been kind of waiting for this grass to grow for a while now, so it's good that we're able to get the first cut in the books. Once this is all cut and lifted, we will of course be looking to spread some slurry on here. Our reservoir's slowly filling, so we need to get up on top of that and use our new Abbey tanker that we purchased recently. And we'll get another bumper second crop coming through nice and quickly as well. Typically for our second cut silage, where possible, I'll try to avoid using any artificial fertilizers, so any nitrogen or phosphorus ratios there, but we will be using organic primarily. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do remember to drop a comment below, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation for more. In the meanwhile, I'm going to continue with this as always. Stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, as always, happy farming.